Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Adafruit Show and Tell. I'm Liz. I'm going to be your host this evening. If you would like to join the stream to show off what you've been working on, you can find a link in the live broadcast chat over on our Discord server in the live broadcast channel. And if you want to know where our Discord server is, it's over at adafruit.it/Discord. First, though, we're going to kick things off with some Adafruit folks, see what they've been working on, and we're first going to hear from Brent. Hey,
Hi,
Brent,
Liz.
how are you? Hey.
Good. How are you?
Good.
Cool. So I've been working on this e-ink project. So back in November, I got this Seed Studio made this thing called this well, it won't show amazingly, but this read terminal. It has it's a really big e-ink screen and it has a really nice panel. And what's nice about it is it has this web interface to basically customize the panel. So you can drag things on and it renders it on the web page and it loads it. And I think it was 30 minutes because they have a server, maybe they have costs against this. It sent a new image to the panel. And what's really nice is that when you're designing embedded software, when you need a toolkit to build interfaces, Circuit Python has display.io, and you have to render all these out. If you want this, the sun, you need to have that bitmap sitting on Flash,
Right.
And that takes up space. Or each of these fonts, they're all different, and it's it becomes resource intensive. So it's a really cool solution, but it's not open source, and it was kind of restrictive, the way the website worked. It wasn't the best editor, and you couldn't bring in a ton of data from other websites. So a week ago, I started thinking on this idea for Adafruit products. So I'm starting to build it out. We're starting to build it using AdafruitIO wippersnapper, which is our all-in-one product that lets you connect devices to the internet. And we're starting there because when you connect a device through wippersnapper, you can add the e-ink screen, and then the website knows the screen and the configuration and everything about it already. So then you can just be presented the canvas. So if you share my screen.
Yeah.
So this is vibe coded or whatever. This is kind of program, which I'm just considering programmer art at this point. So we're probably going to end up using Adafruit already has a dashboards feature.
Yeah.
And we don't need this editor. This is just to give me a canvas to draw on.
Totally.
So the user will build something in AdafruitIO using the dashboard, and it will take the size of the display. So these are keyed for all of our different e-ink displays that Adafruit sells, and it's keyed for different rotation types. So in wippersnapper, these options, the panel size and the rotation are actually, and the display mode, so grayscale or monochrome or tricolor, quad color. Those are all sent in wippersnapper and handled behind the scenes. But and then I'm playing around with a dithering option and amount of diffusion. So what this does is it lets me sketch it out, and you can drag on different items, and then you can show a rendered preview. So this is what we'll do in IO. So this preview on here is not what you're going to see on the display. This is kind of just your monitor. But the display is going, we're doing a Floyd Steinberg, dithering on this at 85% diffusion. So what does that actually look like? It's not going to be this crisp on a display. So you can preview it before you actually use it. And then currently I have it exporting the BMP because we're still building this pipeline to make sure everything works properly.
Right.
But from the AdafruitIO dashboard, you'll click send to feed or whatever, and every 15 minutes this display will get rendered, or we'll make it configurable and sent to a feed, and then your device running Circuit Python, running Arduino, or running wippersnapper will take this image and display it. So this is kind of bringing a lot of things together, and then because it will be AdafruitIO, you can bring your sensor data, you can bring your data from other websites like GitHub or Strava or whatever. So I've been building this with wippersnapper. It's still pretty raw. There's a lot of technical challenges too. Like this is a tool we use to test data for Whippersnapper. Like one of the things that we notice is like, okay, well, like MQTT, like the payload is pretty small. So like we have all of these bytes being sent. Like this is for the image I just showed you. And we're
Okay.
kind of just like testing the capability of like actually being able to go from here to like the device. And it like,
Right.
it renders pretty nicely.
Let me thank you, the solo. There you go. Nice.
Yeah, so like that's on the device, not plugged in.
That's
But
super
like
cool.
that's what's keeping me busy the last week and a day or two.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going quicker than I thought, which is nice, and it's just like a better way of designing interfaces for your data on these displays.
Yeah. And my least favorite part about doing a project with a GUI is I feel like I'm always constantly like with Circuit Python, I'm either like constantly saving code.py to like make sure everything I'm putting in is in the right spot, or then Arduino,
Yeah.
like I'll try to do as much as possible. So then when I send it, because it takes so long to compile, so I love that you get that preview so that you can see where stuff's going to show up. That's really great.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like I wanted to make sure that like, especially with e-ink, like TFTs, you won't really have that problem because it's like what you're seeing on the website is kind of what you're going to see on the screen. But like the ink screens are different, and it's like it's hard to visualize it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that's great. You have the dithering too, taken care of ahead of time. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is awesome, Brent. I'm looking forward to seeing how it progresses, and looks really cool so far. All right. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Now we're going to hear from John Park.
Hey, how you doing? I may have fixed the echo problem, maybe.
Oh.
So if you speak, let's see if there's an echo.
All right. Hey, Lars. I don't hear an echo, so I think we're good.
Okay. I had a
Thanks for that.
had a microphone on a separate piece of equipment that was somehow the one selected into the path of the thing. So anyway, that's fixed.
Awesome.
I love the stuff Brent's working on, by the way, and something about it reminded me a little bit of the fact that he's kind of generating it all server side and then making a BMP to look at on the device. Reminds me of, I don't know if you've ever seen like documentaries on Art Greenberg and Associates or other really, really early CGI, where the CGI was on a CRT and a film scanner, which was basically a camera with a shroud, was pointed at a screen. That's how you like film CGI. This kind of reminds me of that, like tricky little we can't get the microcontroller to do all that stuff, so just take a cool picture of it, which it can display. Cool. At least I think that's how he's working. I'll probably correct me on that. But so speaking of early CGI, I've got some updates on this demo scene project I've been working on. If you want to share my screen, this is and pardon me, I was away last week, so I don't remember anything that happened before it, but maybe I've already shown all of this. The project here, as a sort of refresher for people who don't know, is I'm taking some of the early demo scene stuff from like Amiga and DOS, demo coding for graphics and sound, and I'm making them run on a Fruit Jam, RP2350 Fruit Jam. And at some point, I think it was Lamore who suggested that we add music in the sort of mod tracker, music tracker style of that era, Commodore and Amiga and DOS trackers. And our own Dan Q, who goes by KQVC, was able to write some songs for this in a tracker. I don't actually know which one he's using, but there is a library that I have running. This is running in Arduino that is able to basically play back tracker files. If you're not familiar with mod and tracker stuff, it's essentially very lightweight. It's pre-MIDI, but it's a very lightweight, almost piano roll description, vertical piano roll description of what pitch effects to play on some samples. So there are some waveform samples. We crush them down pretty small. These songs are smaller than a megabyte, and I've got 7 of them on here. I'm going to turn up my mixer here, and so let me know if you can hear that in the mix now. If it's pretty solid, I'll leave it there.
Yeah, I can hear it.
So this is one of Dan's songs that I've got just playing in the background in the menu, and then if I go and pick one of the
Ooh, it changes color.
Yeah, I got a little cube demo going back there. Let's do let's do some Valley Run. So I'll hit go. This is gonna restart this running this one demo. So here's a different music track.
That's so cool.
So I've been playing these a lot in the background as I work today because they're awesome.
Yeah.
And then I'll just hit reset, go back to the menu here. And let's see, what's another fun one? What's one? Oh, I've got RotoZoom fixed now with proper graphics. I made a new texture header file. No longer the devil guy of the original, but we got our friend Lars. Zoom it in and speed it up. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna crash it. Did I crash it? I did. I got a little greedy there.
So are you controlling it on the Fruit Jam?
Yeah, you can't see that right now, and it's wired in a way that I can't really lift it up, but we've got three little user buttons on there, so I'm able to navigate this menu with just the buttons on the Fruit Jam. Actually, I'll it's got to be a spare one. I'll pantomime it up here. Pretend this is the one that's plugged in, so I'm just able to. Whoa! What did I just do? Oh, that was weird. Oh, you switched that.
I switched just to give the close up. Sorry to panic.
You did that the moment I hit a button, and I was like, "Wait, is one of these also sending USB?" All right. Yes. So that's the little buttons on there that I'm able to use to switch demos. This one's pretty cool. This is the Amiga Juggler demo, which will play music in real time as it renders offline renders each frame. We're still able to play the mod, and then when we get all, I forget how many frames, 48 maybe, it's going to loop these image files. So this was essentially a port of the code. All of these are essentially, I've used Claude Opus to port existing DEMOSCENE code that was in assembly language in a lot of cases, or other languages of the era running on DOS and running on Amiga and running on Commodore. And then the buttons now can be used to pause a frame, but you can see this is doing ray tracing. There's real reflections in there and ray trace shadows. I can speed them way up just in the playback. So that's not real time. I can't spin a camera. Those are just frames being paged through like a flip book. But huge thanks to Dan for putting together the music for these. And I'm gonna turn that music down now a bit. I've got a Python script that converts mod files, which is a fairly standard music tracker mod format. It'll take mod and turn it into a header file, which just allows it to be loaded with Pocket Tracker, which is the library running on Fruit Jam during all these demos. So I'm excited to put this guide together so people can see kind of the origin of all these different demos, including this classic. I'll play us out with Plasma, which is just mesmerizing. And here I've got buttons for changing out some color palettes. And moving the texture map as it's pushing through these cells. And then we can also adjust some of the parameters for scale. So there we go. All with some cool tunes from Dan.
Excellent.
That's what I got.
All right. And then are you live streaming tomorrow? Yeah,
I'll be on tomorrow with this and some updates with the Attaché-Cade and maybe a couple other things that I've got in the works. So come on by to the workshop tomorrow, 1 o'clock Pacific time, 4 o'clock Eastern time.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, JP.
Thanks, Liz.
Have a good one.
Bye.
All right. Now we're going to hear from folks in the community, starting with T-Rex. Hi.
Hi. So I love Python. I've been doing Circuit Python for like 3 years. I build open source, mostly communication devices for special needs individuals right now.
Oh, great.
We have, on the latest version, got it running on a CYD with touchscreen, which is unimportant, other than it's clever and other people can help me with that. I have now working sip and puff devices for mostly paralyzed people. On the test units, shows displays. It has 2 sip and puff sensors so you can see what's happening and calibrate it. I added a 9DOF sensor to a hat and have played video games with it. Not well, but I have. All stuff is running on RP2040s, most of them are running on 2350s. There's some stuff running on ESP. They are all sharing a Python, Circuit Python code base. It's been ported to a Raspberry Pi for open source demo coming up next week.
Oh, very cool.
Then this one is a very small device for people who have problems with involuntary nonverbal or selective mutism. This was version 2. This is version 3. I don't have it all finished, but I got the hardware last week, and I'm getting ready for a big show.
Totally, yeah.
And that's it for the assistive devices. In a few weeks, I'll come in with the automotive devices I've built using CircuitPython.
Very cool. And do you have like a website, or are you documenting any of this stuff anywhere?
Yes, I have a website and multiple GitHubs now. I just sent the website on the Discord.
Yes, yeah, I was going to say
.com. T-Rex T-Rex successful slightly famous autistic adult.com.
Nice.
My middle name's Tyrannosaurus, so
that's awesome.
Thank you.
Super cool. And you say you're going to open source next week?
Yes, where we will be playing some gamified communication device and possibly bunny feeding frenzy with the hat, but you know, using rubber chickens instead of your mouth for purposes of sanitation.
Yes, clever.
And you know, the booth is coming together very nicely. We're getting some beautiful metal from Send Send, and then everything else has been running for a year and a half. So
great.
I think it will go smoothly.
Excellent. Well, I wish you luck, and definitely keep coming back, showing us all the really cool stuff you're working on. Would love to see it.
Thank you.
Okay. Have a good one.
You too.
Okay. All right, that's going to do it for tonight's show and tell. Thank you for everyone that came by. As we talked about JP, he's going to be live streaming tomorrow, his workshop show, and then Scott's going to be back on Friday with his deep dive. But until then, hope everyone has a good one. Stay cool out there if you're having any heat waves, and we'll see you soon. Bye.